Hello, everybody. Good morning. How are you today? We're going to read the next part of Extra Credit, and we're in the middle of a chapter about Abby just finding out that she is going to stay back. By the end of school on that Tuesday in February, Abby had bounced back a little. She had read the letter carefully, she had looked at the problem, and she had looked at herself, and then she had made some decisions. Taken a few first steps to try to deal with this new situation. One of her decisions had been to ask Mrs. Carmody not to call her parents. She wanted to break the bad news to them herself. This had seemed like a good idea at about 2:30 in the afternoon. But around 7 o'clock that evening, Abby was wishing she had gotten Mrs. Carmody's phone number. It took every bit of courage she had, but when all three of them were in the kitchen after dinner, she managed to say, "Hey, Mom, Dad, I've got to talk to you about something, a problem. It's pretty bad. Well, it's really bad." Abby saw her mom's cheeks go pale as she quickly took a chair at the kitchen table, and as her dad put a bowl on the counter and laid down the dish towel, his face looked like he'd just hit his son with a hammer. Abby took the white envelope out of her back pocket, unfolded it, and handed it to her mom. "It's about my grades." "Oh, grades," her dad said. "That's good. I mean, it's not good. It's just good that it's not something else." Her mom seemed relieved too as she took the envelope and pulled out a blue sheet of paper. And Abby thought, what did they think the problem was going to be? But that thought would have to wait for later. Her dad walked around the table and read over his wife's shoulder. Abby said, I just got that letter this morning from the school counselor, and you're going to get it in the mail probably tomorrow, but I wanted to tell you about it myself first. And I know that what the letter says sounds bad, but I'm already working on a plan starting tomorrow. I mean, starting tonight, like right now, really. And I don't think it's too late to fix this. It's not. "Fix this," her dad said. Abby knew that tone of voice and she braced herself. What other problems her dad had imagined a moment ago, those were gone, and now he had fastened onto this one like a bulldog. "The school year's more than half gone, and your teachers are telling us that you're probably going to have to repeat sixth grade, and you think there's some kind of quick fix? It doesn't work like that, Abby." "I can go to summer school if I have to," said Abby. "I mean, the letter's just a warning, right? And this is only February. It's not like it's completely going to happen." Her mom looked down and read aloud, "As you were informed in the January grade report, Abby's work in math, science, reading, and social studies has been below grade level standards. She is still seriously behind in her work, and recent test scores have been low. It is very likely that she will repeat sixth grade." Abby said, "See, it says very likely, so it's not for sure it's not." "Even if you made some big changes," said her dad, "and I mean huge changes, that still might not be enough. Because this has been coming for a long time. This is a real mess." "I know," she said, "and I'm going to work harder, a lot harder. I will, I promise, starting right away. And before I left school today, I asked Mrs. Cooper and Mrs. Becklin to meet with me tomorrow morning. I'll find out what I have to do so I don't get left back, and I'm going to do everything I can, I promise." "Well, we'll be talking to your teachers too," her mom said, "but I have to say I'm disappointed. When we got that warning on your last report card, you said you were going to make changes. You promised then, too, remember? Which is why I wasn't looking over your shoulder every second, and I'm sorry we didn't keep a closer eye on you. And now it might be too late. We should have been checking your work every day, which was a mistake we won't make again," her dad added. "If you weren't able to do the work and you actually needed more time to understand everything, that would be fine. But you shouldn't have to repeat a grade, Abby. There's no good reason for it. We'll help as much as we can right now, but you're the one who has to dig in and do the kind of work you're capable of, right?" Abby nodded. "Right." Andy went on, "Even if there's no way to bring your grades up enough to get promoted this year, the way you treat your schoolwork has got to change anyway, starting right here and now. Agreed?" "Yes," Abby said. "Agreed." "Now," her mom said, "show me what you have to do for tomorrow. Any tests coming up this week? Any projects due?" For the next 2 hours Abby sat at the kitchen table and did her homework under the watchful eye of her mom. She read a chapter in her social studies book and then wrote out the answers to questions at the end. She practiced her spelling words, did a grammar sheet, memorized the symbols of 10 elements in the periodic table, and finished all of the odd numbered problems on page 177 of her math book. And that took care of Wednesday's work, which left time for a half hour of TV, a quick chat with Mariah, a snack, and a good night kiss from her mom and dad. As she went up the stairs to get ready for bed, Abby realized that this was the first time all year that she had finished every bit of her homework. It felt great to be completely prepared for the next day. Wednesday was going to be a breeze. But as she put her head on the pillow that Tuesday night, the fears began to whisper inside her head. You think just because you did all your homework one night, they're going to let you go on to the seventh grade? Face it, you're a lousy student, you've never been a good student, and you never will be. So get used to it. You're going to flunk sixth grade, and next year you'll have to do the same boring stuff all over again. And all your friends will be looking back at you from junior high, and they're going to laugh and point at you, and all the moms are going to wag their fingers and say, better study hard or you'll get left back, just like Abby Carson. She sat straight up, her heart thumping, her face burning, her fists clenched, and right out loud she said, I am not going to be left back. I'll work really hard, and my mom and dad will help me, and so will my teachers. I'm going to junior high school next year, and I am not stupid. And that is the end of chapter 3. And she is at a school where it goes kindergarten to sixth grade, and then junior high is seventh grade in eighth grade, or maybe seventh grade and ninth grade. We will read more tomorrow. Have a great day.